Hello YouTube, Elita Legionarii here, bringing you a 1 vs 1. This was a quick battle that I did not that long ago. I'm playing as Rome, my opponent's playing as Carthage, so I'll outline my forces first. My general is playing Legatus, it's a commander, which is generally my favourite. At the front here I have 2 units of auxiliary Syrian archers. Behind them I have 3 legionary cohorts and 1 Praetorian Guard. Praetorian Guard being my only unit within Carthage, because they are very expensive now as a patch 9, which I like. I have 3 units of Velites, because I knew my opponent was playing Carthage and probably a very good chance with elephants, and really skirmishers are like the best unit for getting rid of elephants. In the back here I have 2 Triarii. I'm a unit of auxiliary cavalry. It's my melee cavalry, it's going to play the role of the Praetorian cavalry, but it was just too expensive. I didn't want to use it. And then I have 4 Socii Extraordinari, Equite Socii Extraordinari, which are extremely cost-effective shock cavalry as a patch 9, which gives Rome a lot of edges. My opponent's army, as you can see, he has brought 4 elephants, 2 African elephants and 2 African war elephants, one being his general. My player was clearly very new because he used Stampede right away. So these units are already going to be exhausted by the time they get, even before the battle begins. So that was really, really stupid. But I'm assuming he's pretty new, so you know. So that alone would probably cost him near enough to 5,000 denarii or talents, drachma. I'm not sure what the actual. There's a lot of types of gold in this area, but 5,000 out of 11,700 for large scale. Then I believe he had about 5 or 6 units of Libyan infantry and 2 sacred bands. So without further ado, he just basically charges straight at me. So I'm just shifting my lines here. Put my Triarii out at the front because they have the bonus versus large of just 20, so they should be able to hold these guys long enough for my pelters or my Velites to get some damage. So I try running the general amok, and I actually do believe I succeed in that, which reduces the morale if they go amok, so that's very handy. Now I do probably a wee bit late before I put these guys into the square. I do start to do it here. But I probably did it a bit late, to be honest, and I didn't get in time with this one, so it didn't really work too well. But this one, it perhaps just in time. As you can see, the elephant gets stuck, and this is where just absolutely storms of these javelins come in, and you look, these elephants just get stuffed like pin cushions full of javelins here. And some of them push through, but as you can see, they're falling pretty quickly considering they're elephants. So, I mean, skirmishes work extremely well when it comes to killing elephants. And so it works out extremely well to get rid of them. And as you can see, they're getting absolutely wasted. Now, what he should have done is brought up the rest of his guys to support his elephants, because they could have caused a serious rout amongst my legionary cohort. My Praetorian Guard would have probably held out, but these legionary cohort are only sort of average. They probably would have dropped. I mean, look at that poor elephant. It's looking at me just like a pincushion. They're getting absolutely just totally shredded, and his general's about to die. So this is how you deal with elephants. You use peltists or velites, anything like skirmishers, basically. Because, I mean, running them amok's not necessarily good, because they can still go crazy on your own troops. So it's not necessarily that good. But there you go. There's 4 units of elephants killed fairly easily. I haven't lost that much infantry. You can use units like Triarii or anything that's got like hoplites and stuff, and bonus versus large to hold up the elephants while your Velites kill them, or your skirmishers kill them. So I send my cavalry around the flank, my 4 shock on the left, and I'm going to send my auxiliary on the right. The auxiliary's got a bonus versus infantry, so you get a good battle into infantry units. They'll do a lot of damage. These guys have got a bonus versus charge, so they're actually quite good against other cavalry and even elephants. So, but they're just going to take the flank like a traditional hammer and anvil. So here I charge my Praetorian Guard into his Libyans and my legionary cohorts in. They're a wee bit depleted, but not too drastically considering how many elephants they just took on. Now those Libyans should be able to destroy those legionary cohort. They are a bit better. Plus my guys are depleted, but my Praetorian Guard should have no trouble absolutely cleaning up this fight. So that's really cool that way. And over here, I use my Triarii to hold the rest of his guys, and I'm just going to pump javelins in at point blank and archer fire as well. Now I've been switched them over to heavy shot now. So here, some my close-ups. These elephants actually kind of block my charge here, as you can see. A few of them get stuck, but not all of them. and get some pretty nice charges into the flanks of his guys and start causing some pretty brutal routing. As you can see, he did catch these javelins quite a bit there, so I just withdraw back here. These guys are steadily under heavy shot, and as you can see they're dropping. Oh, my sound's cutting there. And there you go, heavy shot's brutal, even against like sacred bands. And because the whole army just died, the whole lot just routed pretty much. So there's a exceptionally quick battle for you guys. So let's have a look at the results. And there you go, so a decisive victory and very poor use of those elephants. So there was his army. It was 6 Libyan infantry and 2 sacred band. So he didn't have any missiles, so I was able to kind of just keep retreating back with my missiles. I mean, as you can see, these Velites were what saved the day. Had I not had them, those elephants probably would just crunch straight into my army. And I might have been able to stop them, maybe. I doubt it, though. And then his infantry would have cleaned me up. So, I mean, that's what I really like about patch 9, is certain units are just... It just means there's so much more usefulness than to just spam armies and stuff. And it's kind of cool just having one elite unit like this Praetorian Guard and just having it do a staple role, and then supporting these other just legionary cohort. And I mean, the Triarii is a really good unit now. It's always been good on the Rome too, and I'm really pleased about it. I always was dissatisfied with the fact that they were not that useful in Rome 1. But they're much more useful in this. As you can see, if you get them to square like that, with their bonus versus the elephants and stuff, same with hoplites, that get them into phalanx and stuff, they can halt those elephants, and you can pepper them with Velites. So I mean, if you're facing a faction like Carthage or anyone who's got elephants, Egypt, Parthia, Bactria, Seleucids, whatever, I mean, I advise Peltists and Velites, or whatever, just skirmishers. Archers can put them in mock, but skirmishers are better. Because they armor piercing, so they can get through the armor, so it even works against the Indian armored elephants. But I mean, if you've got an elephant in your thing, you should definitely try and get rid of the skirmisher units as well, because then you can use your elephants most effectively. But I'm assuming either he was really new, or he was just been one of those players who go on at patch 7 and just spammed elephants all the time and relied on them, elephants and chariots or something. So. Yeah, but I mean, because they're more expensive now, I think it's like 1,300 for the African war elephants and about 1,100 for the African elephants, so he spent like nearly 5,000 there out of his 11,000, so basically 40% of his, gold went into his elephants, and he didn't use them properly, so the rest of his army had nothing to stand up against. So good game to my opponent. What was his name? Carthage something. Good game to him, and hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon next time.